Now that we know how to construct a quadrilateral, let's talk about some special cases that we may encounter. Look at this example. We know that square is a quadrilateral, and among 4 sides and 4 angles, we have been given just the measure of one side. Is it possible to construct a quadrilateral with just one side given? Well, in this case, yes. We know that the lengths of all sides of a square are equal and all angles measure 90 degrees. So this question actually gives us all the data that we need. So how would we draw a square? Now that we have the data, we could use any of the techniques we've seen before. Let's use the lengths of 3 sides with 2 included angles technique. We draw a base AB of length 5 centimeters. Then we draw 2 rays such that these angles measure 90 degrees. And what can we do next? Yes, we draw side AD of side 5 centimeters like this, and then side BC of side 5 centimeters like this. This gives us a quadrilateral ABCD, which is a square. So knowing the properties of a square really helped us here. How about a rectangle? We may be asked to construct a rectangle with its length and breadth given. Or we could be given the lengths of its adjacent sides. They both mean the same. So how do we construct a rectangle then? A rectangle is nothing but a modified square with lengths of its adjacent sides being unequal. We can use the same process that we used for constructing a square. We draw the base, then these 2 rays making sure that the angles are 90 degrees. And then mark the breadth on each side. That will give us a rectangle. How about a rhombus? Is it easy to construct a rhombus? What is a rhombus, by the way? A rhombus is a parallelogram with the lengths of all sides being equal. Do you know another important property of a rhombus? Yes, the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Let's try an example using this property. Now try solving this example yourself. Let's draw a rough figure that helps us understand the steps for constructing a rhombus. Let AC be one of the diagonals. It's 6.4 centimeters long. Now we know that the other diagonal is a perpendicular bisector, so let's draw a perpendicular bisector to segment AC. We can call it line XY and call the point of intersection as point O. Remember, both the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other, so even for the other diagonal, which is BD, segment AC is a bisector. So if this length is BD, then we can also be sure that OB and OD are equal and half the length of BD. So if BD is 5.2 centimeters long, then OB and OD will be 2.6 centimeters each. 2.6 is 1/2 of 5.2. So we keep the compass at O and mark 2.6 centimeters on each side on the line XY. Now we join all these points like this. We have our rhombus ABCD ready with diagonal lengths as 5.2 and 6.4 centimeters. Now we know how to construct a quadrilateral even if less than 4 data points are given. Remember that the adequate details are given in some form or the other, and if you aren't above to find these details, it may be a special quadrilateral.